Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm showing you how I installed my micro ring hair extensions, and the last time I did an installation video was around 2 years ago, and that was how I installed my nano ring hair extensions. And it doesn't even seem like it was 2 years ago since I had those in my hair. It only seems like it was a couple of months ago, and that's just crazy for me. So since I did that video I've become a qualified hair extension stylist, and I have been for the last 2 years, and I feel like I can give you a professional opinion now, and I can give you my own opinion and loads of things like that. I do have loads of videos on hair extensions. I do have a full playlist on my channel which I'll link down below for you so you can check that out. And for the hair extension videos that I have installation videos, I have question and answer videos, I have how to care for your hair extensions, loads of things like that. So I'll put that down below so you can check that out and you can see how I installed the extensions and my opinions on them and loads of things like that. So when I installed these hair extensions I did do it pretty much exactly the same as I would on a client. The only difference is I didn't get it as perfect as I would on a client, only because when you're trying to get every individual extension with a comb and you're trying to measure it out in the back of your head, it's extremely tricky to do it on yourself. So that's the only difference between when I do it on a client and when I do it on my own hair. With a client I will get a comb and I'll do the precise amount that you need to have for every different extension. So I always make sure that I have between 2 and 2.5 centimeters right on the hair, and that's the correct amount of hair that you need for every extension. And that's what I do with all my clients. It's what I was taught on my extension course, but when I do my extensions on my own hair it is slightly different, but I try and get it as perfect as I can. But when you're trying to do it at the back of your hair with a comb, it's extremely hard to do. So that's the only difference with them. So if you look at this video and you're like, you're not meant to do extensions like that, I know exactly how to do extensions. I'm fully qualified. So please keep in mind this is a DIY extension video. So if you do have your own opinions and you're like, this isn't how you do it, I know for a fact this is how you do it because I've done a course, I am fully qualified, and I've done this on loads of clients before. So a couple of years ago I tried micro ring hair extensions and I really didn't like them. I think it was around 3 or 4 years ago, and it may have been when I had blonde hair when I tried those out, and that's a very long time ago. And I think the reason why I didn't like micro rings back then was because the quality wasn't that good, and also the hair extensions kept slipping. They were very thick. I think they were 1 gram extensions, and the beads that I was using was 5mm, and that is huge compared to these hair extensions that I'm wearing at the moment. These ones are half the size, and the micro rings are super tiny as well. They're pretty much undetectable, and even when I put my hair up in a ponytail no one can tell that they're extensions. I've had these extensions in for a month and these feel so nice and soft. They're so silky, so soft. I've washed these loads of times, I've used heat on them. They are human hair and they just feel like how I want my own hair to be, and I love the fact that the colour match is almost perfect. I think my natural hair is a little bit more orange than the extensions, but this is dyed hair, so when I do wash my hair it does start to fade even more every time that I wash it. And I've had so many people say that my hair looks natural. I've had so many people give me compliments. A couple of days after I did my hair extensions I went to work and everyone loved my hair extensions. They said they look natural, they loved the colour match as well, and they said that they look really nice and they look so shiny as well. And honestly these are by far the best extensions that I've ever tried in my life. So the extensions that I got this time are from a website called yourhairshop.com. I found out about this website by watching this lady called Gillian, or Audaciously, on YouTube, and she always uses extensions I think for the last 6 years and she loved them. She always says how good they are, and honestly I think these are the best extensions I've ever had. They are a little bit more expensive than the extensions that I used to get, but these ones are supposed to last around 6 to 9 months, and honestly I can feel that these are going to last a very long time. So the extensions that I got are the d-lux eye tips, and these are 100% human hair. The shade that I got is colour number 30 and the length is 20 inches, and I honestly love these extensions. I think these are by far the best extensions I've ever tried. If you do have red hair or strawberry blonde hair you'll know how difficult it is to try and get hair extensions to match. With these extensions there's so many different tones in them. You have blonde, you have red, you have ginger, you have brown, you also have a little tiny bit of black in there as well. So no matter what colour your hair is, these are pretty much going to match because it has loads of different tones in them. It makes it look a lot more natural as well, and I just think these are by far the best colour match that I've ever had. So when I bought these hair extensions I did buy 7 packs. I still have this whole pack left over. I also have another pack with 3 extensions in there, so in total I have between 180 and 190 hair extensions in my hair. They start from right down here all the way to the top here. Now I do have enough hair to cover over the top. I also have enough hair that I've left at the bottom, so when I do put my hair up you can't see them at all under the bottom. So with the extensions, instead of getting micro rings I did get extended length silicone copper micro tubes, and this is what they look like. So they're just a lot longer than the micro rings, but they're a lot smaller as well. So this is what the micro ring and the micro tubes look like compared to each other. As you you can see, the micro tube is half the size of the micro ring. It is a little bit longer than the micro ring, but I feel like that these are a lot less detectable. So before I show you the installation, I am going to show you a mini tutorial just on how you install these hair extensions. I'm going to do it at the front of my hair so you can see how you do it, and this is just a process that you do all over the head. You're going to be able to see me putting them in from the bottom all the way over to the top, and it's pretty much exactly the same process throughout the whole thing. So when you do these extensions, you are going to need 4 different things. The first thing that you're going to need is a micro ring loop tool, and this is what I use for all my extensions. I always have 2 of these, and I always make sure that they're all the way filled up. I also have this tiny comb as well. I'm not too sure what it's called, but it just has a little thing on the end of it. This just makes sure that you get your lines perfect, because for every line of extensions that you do, you have to make sure that you get a pretty much perfect line, just so they don't mat and just so you can fit them all in as well. You're also going to need some hair extension pliers as well. This is what you use to clamp down on the bead. It's also what you use to take them out your hair as well, and it's really easy and really quick to do, so I really do prefer these extensions. And the last thing that you're going to need are some clips, and this just makes sure that your hair gets out of the way when you do your sectioning, and these are really good. These are the only ones that I use because these keep all my hair up. I do have around 4 of these in my hair at the same time, and this just works really well, so I definitely prefer these clips. So that's everything that you need to know about micro ring hair extensions. If you do have any questions, just comment down below to let me know, and I'll be sure to answer those. Also, I am doing an updated hair extension question and answer video, just so you can check that out as well if there are any questions that you have in there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the mini tutorial, and then afterwards you're going to have the installation. And I hope that you enjoyed this video, and make sure that you give it a very big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video, guys. Bye! Before we see the process of me installing these hair extensions, I'm going to show you a little tutorial on how you can do these hair extensions yourself. It just shows you individually how you install them and also how you remove them. The first thing that I always do is make sure that my micro loop tools are filled up with micro rings. I like to fill them up to around here just to make sure that I can pop the hair in there, and just so it makes sure that I don't have to keep putting on new micro rings for every individual extension. I do fill up 2 of these, and it just makes the process a lot quicker. So I'm just going to pop the micro ring on here, and as you can see, I have a micro tube, so they're a little bit longer and they're also thinner than the micro rings. Then you're just going to choose where you want your hair extension to be. I always use a comb for this, but I'm just going to show you right at the front of my hair how I install these extensions. And when you do your hair extensions, you don't want to do them right at the front. You always want to make sure that you have enough room, just so if you put your hair up, then you can't see the micro ring and you have enough hair to cover it. I always make sure that I have around a thumb width, and that's pretty much the perfect amount that I always have, and it always makes sure that my micro rings are covered with my hair. So when you do these hair extensions, you want to make sure that your hair was washed the day before, or you want to make sure that your hair was washed the day of you installing these. Make sure that you don't have any conditioner on the roots, and always make sure that your hair is completely dry before installing these. So I'm popping my hair extension right at the front just to show you what it looks like, but you wouldn't be doing these this far forward if you were to do your own extension. I always want to make sure that I have the same amount of my own hair as I do with the extension, just because these are a lot thinner, so it's going to make sure that you don't have a lot of weight that's going to be pulling down in your hair. So this is the amount of hair that I'm going to have, and this is where I'm going to put it, just right at the front so you can see what it looks like. And I'm just going to thread my hair through the loop tool and then pop the micro ring at the top like this, so you can see that it's right there. And then you want to get your hair extension and you just want to pop it into the micro ring, and you always want to make sure that these are on the outside just so you can see the extension. And you just pop it all the way up just like this, and then you get your pliers and then you just crunch down on the extension just like this. And as you can see, the hair extension can't come out because it's safely put in your hair, and because it does have silicone in it, it won't make it hurt your hair, and also it makes it a lot more sturdier as well. So as you can see, I'm just pulling on my hair a little bit and the hair extension has been put in. And then when you want to remove your hair extension, it's very easy to do as well. So all you do is grab hold of your hair extension and also the micro ring, then you get your pliers and then you just crunch down on the opposite direction to how you installed your hair extensions. And then you just grab hold of your hair extension and your micro ring and you just pull it out very gently, and then you pull out the micro ring as well. So as you can see, there's absolutely no hair loss and it's very quick and easy to do as well. So that's how you install and remove micro ring hair extensions, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the process of me installing these all over my head.
want you here tonight to be my everything and never let me go. And every day feels like a lifetime spent together. I wanna live inside this dream we're in forever. Reaching out to touch your face is enough to make me want you. How much longer can I wait to call you mine and feel a breakthrough? The way you look tonight is irresistible. The way you hold me tight is so incredible. I want you here tonight to be my everything and never let me go. And every day feels like a lifetime spent together. I wanna live inside this dream we're in forever. And every day feels like a lifetime spent together. I wanna live inside this dream we're in forever. Sometimes things get harder, days with you get shorter. Dreams don't last much longer, they quickly fade away. And I ain't here to never see